So I wanted to do excuse me, I don't know how quick it's gonna be, a get ready with me video, because I'm about to get ready for work, literally. It is 6 a.m. I have to be at work at 8. I usually get to work at 10 after 8. So I'm gonna run through how I get ready in the morning. So I have been up. I have washed my face. Uh-oh. I have glitter on something. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's... So I'm sitting at the same desk that I do all of my face paint looks. And so there's glitter somewhere still. And now it's on my face, and that's okay. That's good. I will put the products that I used in the description box so I don't, have to hold them up like folks do. In the morning, I start with my eyebrows and my eyes. Eyebrows and eyeshadow, maybe lips, we'll see. So, as you can see, I barely have any eyebrows. That's okay, we're gonna draw them on. This is a ColourPop pencil, and I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it sounds like a drumming of some sort in the background over here. It'll just stop. Maybe they heard me. So a very long time ago, I was in Vegas with a chick who invited me out there, and she was like, "Red, you got a really pretty face, but you're missing eyebrows." And I was like, I know. And so shortly after that, I wanted to learn how to draw them on, enhance, whatever you want to say it. And so I did. And I like them so much that I just keep doing it. The only issue I've ever run into is finding the right eyebrow pencil or pomade. So my eyebrows are black. My eyelashes are black. My hair is auburn. And I think the rule of thumb is eyebrows should be 2 shades darker than your hair. Well, from auburn to black is more than 2 shades. So I try to get a dark auburn pencil as well. That's not low enough. So I don't know if y'all can see it. That is a landmark freckle. And then I have one over here. You can't really see it now, but that's my landmark freckle, so I know where to start. Shout out to freckles. And because my eyebrows and face is not perfectly symmetrical, sometimes one eyebrow is a little higher than the other. But I mean, hey, sisters, not twins, right? If you hear that buzzing, that's my transformer. Because I live in Europe, and all my lighting equipment that I brought from the States isn't the same voltage. And my transformer, every so often, whether the lights are on in here or not, hums. Right? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, hey, let me sing you the song of my people. So, oh, I can already tell these don't match. Oh, because I got a mirror down here as well. I think they're close enough. I think they're good enough for government work, right? Bring it up just a touch. No, that really don't match. It's close enough. So because I don't wear full face makeup and I don't do, you know, the foundation and everything because of my freckles, I try to be very careful about drawing my eyebrows. Excuse me. Because I don't do the I do the bottom when it comes to straight sharpening the line and concealer, but I don't do the top because then it would look like my eyebrow is framed. I'm gonna try to find the very first like eyebrow tutorial that I did and post it as well, so you can kind of see the difference. I like to use the pencil to kind of color in the front because the pomade from the same company is almost the exact same shade. We gotta move stuff out of the way. But it's a little thicker, and the pomade is harder to fade out or brush away. So there's that. And I just use this little bitty angle brush with a little bit of product on it. I just brush it on into place. Just a tidbit of knowledge. I didn't sleep in this bonnet, but I love how colorful this bonnet is, and I will absolutely add this to the description box below. I think I still have my scarf on under here that I slept in, but I see other like social media influencers wear stuff like this in their video, in their makeup videos. And I think it's ironic that I have this huge bonnet on and I have very little hair because I have alopecia. so, but I was not going to get up and actually wrap my head for a video. Let's find another brush. Lord God. So the ColourPop pencil, okay, snatched the brush out because I typically don't use this brush, but here we go because we gotta get it done, and this is what happens in the morning. Now, while I am recording this video, I am not certain whether, I mean, I look faded out. I'm also a little red in the face. And I don't have my box lights on just because it is too much light for me first thing in the morning. I also suffer from migraines, and I don't want to trigger a migraine early in the morning. It's hard enough that I am looking at this ring light. So, yeah. But you may not be able to see the redness. It doesn't take much. And plus, it's winter now, and so I'm a ginger, so I'm super pale today. Wrong side. Do y'all have like a side that you start, for those of you who do your makeup, whether it's your eyebrows or it's your foundation, do you have like a preferred side that you start with? I always start with my right side. I still see glitter everywhere, y'all. That's okay. So this is probably going to take me longer than usual because I am running my mouth and not just listening to the radio. And I try to listen to the radio since I don't have access to live TV in this beauty room. What you think? I have a washcloth next to my mirrors and things where I kind of clean off my brushes really quickly. I think it's important here when I am trying to sharpen this eyebrow to clean them off in between, because as I'm sharpening, I'm actually dragging through product that's already there, and I want to wipe it off before I go back to finish. Let's see. Okay, so I want to tell a quick story, so I'm not just rambling. So for those who, hopefully you follow me on my Freckles and Paint Facebook page, and or preferably and my Freckles and Paint Instagram page. I posted a small story because I did a face paint gig for my, how did I look? Did I look okay? Okay, so in the screen, really quickly, it looks like this is a very big difference between here and here, because that's where my eyebrow actually starts. In my mirror, it's not that big of a difference. So I don't know what kind of trickery my phone is playing on me, but it doesn't look that bad. Anyway, so I did my face paint gig at my job's holiday party, and towards the end, so I understand that I need to work faster. However, for me right now, I don't think that there's a way that I can do, something like 60 children in 2 hours. Because I was also doing glitter tattoos. But anyway, about towards the end, close to the end of the night, there was this beautiful little girl that was waiting, and she had come up and told me what she wanted. And then, but she wasn't next in line. And the kids had started to kind of crowd around the table where my supplies were. And I get so lost in face painting that I'm really, really not paying attention to my surroundings. Apparently not even to the table that I'm sitting at. So in between faces, I had caught a glance of her, and she had already taken a brush out of the water that I was cleaning brushes in. And I just let it sit in there, which I don't think you're supposed to do, but I do it anyway. Done with that. And slid over. She was like, a pan of gray paint was within her reach. And so she kind of slid that over to her as well. And she was swirling the paintbrush around in the paint and then painting the back of her hand, right? And so I could see the other children around her were watching her, and they were kind of like, what are you doing? And she was just merrily about her way, which I thought was beautiful, honestly. And so when I saw it, look even at me. I said, what are you doing? I didn't say it like that. I said, what are you painting? I think I said, what are you painting? And because she seemed to be lost in her own little world, child. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, and dropped the brush and like slid everything back over. I said, no, sweetie, I just wanted to know what you were painting. And she said, oh, I was gonna try to paint my face. I guess an image of her face on the back of her hand. I also try to put things back as I'm working. So I told her that, I said, it's okay. I said, but I want you to be careful because those brushes aren't clean. That's why they're in their water. And so she said, okay. And I think she stopped painting and then she grabbed a sponge to wipe it off. But the sponge also was dirty. That's why I was sitting over there. I should have offered her a baby wipe, but I didn't. In retrospect, I should have. I wasn't doing it, to be malicious. Because I think initially she tried to use a dry sponge. And so I said, well, sweetie, you can just wash your hands. And I feel like she didn't want to leave because she didn't want to lose her spot. But I immediately recognized, after that, let me back up. After she dropped the brush, and I said, no, it's okay. I just want you to be careful. Like I looked over and like 2 other children had picked up brushes out that water, and I was like, whoa, okay, so I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake, and I have opened it up for all the children at the desk to grab my supplies and start painting. My bad. And so I corrected it, and I said, okay, y'all, we're going to put these brushes down and let me wash them. And then we can revisit if we're going to try to paint, okay? And so they did. And then I took a quick break. I don't know if I should be explaining what I'm doing, because this is just a get ready with me and not a tutorial. I think that's the difference. I'm new to this. But I'm gonna be using the same brush. And this brush came from I think this is an e.l.f. brush. Walmart. But anyway, because I work with the little girl's father, when I saw him at work, I told him what happened. I said, your daughter is such a go-getter and I love it. And he was like, what? I said, so I told him what happened. I said, I was sitting there painting. I guess she was tired. And so she grabbed a brush and a pan and started painting on the back of her hand. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, no. What I recognize is that she takes initiative when she sees an opportunity to do something that she wants to do. And I think that is a beautiful thing. Am I using the right one? I think so. And he was like, oh, okay. He said, well, she loves art. And he said that both of his children, because I put a glitter tattoo on his son and his daughter. And the daughter's the oldest, if you care about birth order. And he said that they didn't want, he said, well, for one, it wasn't coming off. And I'm like, 3 to 5 days, sir. And this was Monday that we spoke. And he was like, I told them I was going to scrub it off. And they were like, no, daddy, no. So cute. That's so cute. That's so cute. But I was telling him that because she loves art, I would be willing to come over to their home and kind of play with them in face paint or teach them a little face paint. Not that I'm an expert. I know a little bit. I know a little more than most, though, since I've been doing it, to kind of show them face paint as an art, as a new art form. That's all. And he was like, that would be amazing. I said, but I really hope, I said, I really do love your daughter's initiative. And I hope you all foster that. Because with some guidance, she's going to be a phenomenal leader. And he was like, thank you for saying that. And I mean it. I really do. Because not only is she an inherent leader, from my perspective, the other children around her saw her as a leader as well. I think they saw me as the authoritative figure, the adult, and I'm doing the face paint and these are my supplies. Excuse me, it's for real early though. They saw her as like the first person to try it without permission. And when I said it was okay for her to do it, they were like, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. So I just thought it was beautiful. I really did. And I really do hope it's fostered. So I do, and I'm serious about the offer to go to their homes or have them come here and practice face paint. So that was my little feel-good story. My little feel-good story from my holiday face paint. Another thing that I really, really liked is that once I start saying, hey, I'm willing to do this, that people were taking me up on my offer. People were asking for business cards. And so by the time, excuse me, and I kind of put myself out there right before Halloween, intentionally. So, people were really requesting my services. And that makes me feel good because I'm not an expert. I recognize that there's a lot that I want to learn, and room for improvement. But it is such a passion that I had not really recognized until I started to paint on other people and paint for other people, that I can really get lost in it. Time just isn't a factor. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my indigestion today. Yeah, time just really isn't a huge factor for me. I usually paint until the event is absolutely over. The only time I didn't paint until the event was over is at a middle school. Okay. Dust that off and put this back. And I got my little bitty brush. I think it's Sonia. I forgot her last name. The ex of mine bought me these, and I still love them. The brush. So I'm gonna do super simple. Let me see what time it is. I want to get done before my 7 o'clock alarm goes on. I don't want to mess up the video. Oh. So I just felt that the brush got wet in my eyeball. I'm just gonna tap that off and start off. I'm not doing super, as you can tell, I'm not doing super fancy today. Because I'm going to work. That's it. I'm just going to work. And I think yesterday I woke up so late that I didn't put any makeup on. And so I went to work just how you saw me this morning. And I noticed that I feel better when I put makeup on. Okay, so that is going to be the extent. I'm not going to do, sometimes I do a what is it called? A real subtle cut crease, right? With the same inner corner highlight here, I just bring it there and fade it out. I'm just not going to do that today. That's what I want to. Put that brush back. I'm going to put my pencil back, and I'm going to grab some liner. Now this is, I'll tell you in the comments, but it's a gel liner and I really do like it. The only thing is I have to be very careful because I do my makeup with my eyebrows up, right? And then for the rest of the day, my eyebrows aren't furrowed. You know, my forehead isn't, I'm not frowning. This is my resting face, basically. But because I have a, I guess you call it a hooded eye. You see that fold? Yeah, so I'm trying to get rid of that. But when I'm putting on my liner, if I let that down, usually it folds right there. And then I get liner everywhere. So I try not to do that. So I keep everything up. I needed my head straight, so. And I also did not put on primer because I just don't be putting on primer. I do like how smoothly gel liner goes on. It's one swipe and you're good to go. And I like that because it's so thick and creamy. So I gotta keep my eyebrows and do the other side. And it dries fast. What I don't like is if for some reason, once you put on your eyelashes, the way I put on my eyelashes is that I have to kind of pull my eyelid, gel liner can crack. At least on this one gel liner cracks on me. I'm not sure about the rest. But it doesn't crack horribly bad, and nothing that is gonna make me stop using it. Now, I did use a liner. It was not a gel, it was one of those liners with the felt tip. And as soon as I put that joker on my eye, it burned. I threw it right away. I'm lying. I tried it like 3 times and it was like, it is still burning me. And so I threw it away. So I got a little mess up right there. I don't know if you can see it. But again, I'm just gonna work. We're done with gel liner. So, lashes. And I think just because I'm doing this video, I'm also do lips. I use the Kiss Strip Lash adhesive on the brush. I do like the Duo lash adhesive. That's what I first started learning with. But squeezing out that little tube, you got to be really stealthy with it. And I had gotten really stealthy with it, and then I found the brush adhesive, and I was like, hey, I like you. The only thing with the brush adhesive, to me, it has a low odor smell, which is good. But it can get more clumpy. Which eye is this? Okay. So I'm gonna scoot super close and try to stay in frame. It's a bad habit of mine. Yeah. I don't want to blow on it because I don't want to spit on the lash before putting it on my eye, even though it's my spit in my eye. I don't want to blow on it because practice makes permanent. Shout out Alan from HGC. And if I am ever in a position where I'm doing other people's makeup, I don't want to instinctively blow on the lash and then put it on their face. Yeah, okay. So, let's see. Let me see if I can show you. Well, I guess if you pull it hard enough, you can see that it cracks, but okay. So, brace your hand. I like for the lash glue to get tacky, so when I set it on my, so when I poke myself in the eye, the lash doesn't fall off. But I do like it when it's tacky, so as soon as you set it down, it kind of holds on, right? And you can tell that I have not cleaned this lash. Okay. We repeat with the second side. I do need to clean this lash. My problem is when I clean lashes, I pull the glue off and usually I tear the band up, okay? Also, if anyone knows a distributor or person that makes brown lashes, I have it set here and I think I'm gonna try to hold them up, but I don't know if you'll be able to tell the color difference. You can tell the color difference. So, okay, so these are, I can hold it up against my skin because I'm pale. So these are brown lashes that I wear with my uniform. And yes, I have a prescription because of the alopecia and trichotillomania. I got those from So Chanel. And then she doesn't sell the brown lashes anymore, which I fell in love with because they were the perfect shade of brown. And they weren't huge, not those, the ones that I tore up already. I bought like 3 pair and then tore them all to hell. I mean to heck, excuse me. I tore them all to heck. We're going to edit that last part out. I think I'm gonna do me a little lippy for y'all this morning. So I want to say that it usually does not take me this long to get ready. But I could be lying because I don't time it, you know, any other time. Let me do it without sticking myself in the eye. Yesterday, I did a brown and nude lip combo that I was very happy with. But I used Double Fudge by MAC, which has a lot of red in it. It's a brown, but it has a lot of red in it. And today I'm going to use chestnut butter. Oh wait, before I do anything to my lips, I need to be moisturized. And I don't have my Palmer's Cocoa Butter Stick. So I'm going to use a lip chap that a friend of mine gave to me from Sephora. And I'm going to have to remove, I got glitter on my lip. Y'all can't even see it. I hope y'all can't see it. It feels so good when your lips not chapped. I went to bed with chapped lips yesterday. It should be a punishment. Parents, guardians of children, send your kids to bed with chapped lips. Change their whole behavior. Who do I know that doesn't use a lip chap? I know someone who doesn't. Okay, let's go. So, and I honestly don't know if this is a new thing, but I got a little lip hang right here. I mean, I love it. I used to make fun of my ex-husband for his. His is still a lot bigger than mine though. So. There's that. And my Cupid's bow, which is that little part there, is crooked. And so one corner is sharp and one corner is rounded. Everything's all figured out, I don't care. And sometimes, depending on what it is, what I'm putting on, I just can't tolerate it. Okay. And on top of that, a girlfriend of mine who actually introduced me to ColourPop brought me a lip gloss set and that I am still using. Thank you, Quenisha. Hold on before I dip into that brown. Okay. Okay, so before I dip that back, because I knew I just which one is it? Because I just slid it through the brown. I know it's brown on the applicator and I don't want that in the lip gloss. So I just wipe it off on the towel. That's why I keep a towel close to me. Bam shablam, this is me getting ready for work. I will find an outfit and put my head wrap on and then show you final looks, okay? BRB. Do the kids still say that? Ta-da, I'm back. So there's one step that I did forget. I did want to do a under eye liner. Because typically I don't put shadow. I don't do the under eye shadow on here. But a liner kind of brings it all together. So this is, ooh, I'm gonna have to leave this on the table so I remember where it's from. I think this is also from Sally's. That tickles a bit. Like I didn't touch my eye. I didn't hit myself in the eye. It actually tickles, which is weird. I know. I went through 3 outfits before I got this one on. Ooh. I think I'm pressing too hard or something. I don't know what's happening, but it tickles. So I gotta move all the way back so you can see the top of my scarf. So in the closet light, the scarf and the shirt matched perfectly. In the room light, they didn't match. And in this light, they don't match. But they don't have to. So I'm okay with that. So at this time of the video, I don't know if I'm gonna do any edits or anything. Or just have y'all watch a 38-minute video. I doubt it. So, but from start to finish right now, it's been 38 minutes. I'm gonna time myself tomorrow and see actually how long it takes me to get ready. And then I'll report back. Otherwise, thank you so much for sticking in there and watching me to the end. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down below. And any suggestions for looks that you would want me to do in the future, put them down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will chat with you later. Be kind to yourselves.